can't come out.
Okay, you want to get out of the way, nigga?
What do you want me to do?
Where do you want to sit down? Just pick a place to sit.
Can you see me?
Well, you don't want to be seen.
You
been on? Let's calm, man. Yeah, come on, man.
You can sit
Sit,
off,
man.
sit off and off if you want.
Okay.
It's very elbow.
Sweet. I said we were going to speak about something just now.
What?
I said I might as well say it on the podcast.
Oh, where do you want the podcast to
Okay,
go?
cool. Sweet. Now, what I want, ideally, I want to get into a pattern of something that I can literally do every single day for fun, that doesn't cost me that much money. I get to meet and speak to my friends on a consistent basis. And also I get to meet and speak to nice people that I'm interested in. And if I make any money doing that whatsoever, isn't it? It'll be a good life.
Okay.
So I haven't actually got real big ambitions for it. But basically, I'm just aware that anything you do consistently in life and you're consistent with it, easily something fruitful will come from it. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay. How do you feel about the negative press that men with microphones get?
I think it's very warranted. Do you know what? I've heard it so much. Who gives these niggas mics? What's another one? Stop podcasts 2023 or another one? Oh, fuck's sake! I think it's warranted, isn't it? But if you're doing it for like the right reasons, I feel as though it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair.
Like I said, I literally just did it because Christian had a studio, and it was a cheaper way to entertain people. There and basically, and it kind of made like wow, sounds good. It was a cheaper way to make it's like I made content from actually being around people that I cared about. And when you speak to everybody, anytime you're with your friends, it's like a podcast anyway. You know?
I hear that.
Sweet.
Okay.
So anyway, welcome back, Rhoda.
Thanks for having me. In fact, I booked myself in, to be honest. I wanted to do a part 2.
Yeah. Do you know what? Okay, can we briefly go through part 1? What do you know? This I can tell you what my.
I don't remember.
Okay, basically we were talking about how we met each other.
Okay.
At first, then we went into it's basically how we became friends,
Yeah.
and then we went into your actual story. A lot of it, which I didn't know of at the time. You talked about basically at first your difficulties in the system, because even though you were born in the UK, you were born. You want to go through that again quickly?
Not really.
Okay, sweet. So
Irrelevant.
you went through that. Boom. You were finding yourself, and then basically you found yourself in a space. And you managed to work yourself to a position where you attained a number that you, this nigga man, you managed to attain a number that you had in your head, like financially to achieve.
Yeah.
You then decided that basically the best thing that you wanted to do was go to Ghana, and your reasons for going to Ghana was one, when you tested it out, you found out that it was just beautiful not to actually feel black. And I remember that was very, very insightful to me at the time. Also, basically, you found a great job that allowed you to work remotely in Ghana for a certain fee. But it turns out now, in hindsight, that didn't exactly happen.
Well, I lost the job.
Cool. Can we go through that, please?
Okay, cool.
You just know.
Recording, bro.
Right, so I got this remote work from anywhere job, and it was the number that I had always given myself that I would, when I start earning that, I would start focusing more on my lifestyle rather than like trying to climb anywhere. And I get it, that number probably should have changed with inflation, but I decided to grab the opportunity.
What number was that? You don't have to say it.
I told you, so listen to the first one.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what number was that? I don't think you told me a specific number, did you?
I did. Remember, we spoke... Laddie, do you remember?
Oh, 100k?
Sorry. No, it wasn't 100k.
I don't think I remember that bit, but yeah.
Well, it was 60.
Okay.
It's now 100.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, the job was paying well. And what I had told them is... Because it was remote work from anywhere, right? But depending on where you live, depends on the type of contract you have, the benefits you have, etc., etc. I didn't want to lose my UK benefits because I know I would be back often. So what I did for my setup was like a back and forth thing. So they know that you're going to be out of the country and they allow you to, but there's a certain number of days per year they want you to be in the UK for it to be legal. I didn't get into the details. I just said, yeah, sure, I'll be back. And then literally this was around a time when everyone was getting laid off in the tech world. So I'm an executive assistant. I could see everyone's inboxes. I know what's happening. And I had my moment of panic just after I had shipped all my stuff, because we had had a round of layoffs like a few weeks after I joined, and I was saved. And I was like, oh my God, imagine that was me. What would I do? Blah, blah, blah. And my friends were like, you know what? But it wasn't you. So stop like rehearsing for something that hasn't even happened yet. Do you know what I mean? So then when I saw that the second round was coming, because we had a change of CEO and he was like militant, he reduced the workforce by 50%. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I think I'm in too deep. I'd already paid 6 months rent. I was like, what are the best possible outcomes? Spoke to my friend again. She was like, well, you know, start using your network. Like, you've got this far. It's not just luck. Like, there's a certain level of skill there.
So at this point, you've been fired now?
No, I hadn't been fired.
Okay.
But I knew there was a possibility coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I continued to like go through with the plan, and I just felt really at peace. Like, I was like, whatever will happen, I'll figure it out, because I always do. And the day after I landed, I saw the meeting go in my calendar. And you know what that means when you get a meeting, no agenda. So she told me, and I was just like...
Right, and who's present on this meeting?
So
just you and
me, the co-founder, who I also supported, and the head of people, who I was in
HR?
her team. Yeah.
Ugh. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that's...
It is what it is.
Can you delay the meeting? Can you be like...
No. But why would you?
I don't know, man.
It's horrible. You don't want to sit in that. Like, even though I was very much at peace with it, I don't want to sit in that for longer than I needed to. I'd literally, the night before arrived, I didn't even have a bed. I had my meeting like on a mattress because I hadn't even put my bed up yet. It hadn't arrived. And they were like, yeah, so I think, you know, I was like, yep, sure. And I was like, okay, so what's happening now? How much do I get? I got 2 months severance.
That's all right.
I got to keep my laptop.
Okay.
They said they would help me find a job, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then I came off the call, and I was like,
find a job?
That's like another job, you know. I came off the call, and I was like, I don't want another job. Like, I know I found this one, and it means that if I've done it once, I can do it again. But I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. So I spoke to a private client that I had. I had started helping him with invoices like a month before, and he knew the previous CEO. He helped me even get that job. I was like, do you need any more stuff done? Like, can we up the hours? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he ended up hiring me for 1 day a week, and he was paying me a third of my previous salary. And I was like, it's calm. I just need 2 more of him. But it didn't work out that way. As we know, business doesn't always pan out how we think. But what was weird to me was that within that week, I had about 3 meetings set up with other potential clients. And I was like, if it wasn't possible, like, these things wouldn't be happening to make me like try and go in that direction. And this was September, beginning of September. And we're now in what? What's the month? April.
Oh yeah, April. Shit.
We're in April. Yeah. Between then and now, I have 7 clients, and I'm on my previous salary.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm now self-employed. It comes with its own like stresses. Like, for example, I don't know how to take a holiday. I've been here for 3 weeks, and I've been working the entire time because I don't have anyone to cover me, and I can't just leave the work, especially for clients that have admin that is recurring on like a weekly basis or a daily basis. It makes it difficult, but I'm just now in a situation where I'm thinking about the next level. And if I never would have left the UK, I wouldn't have known that I had that in me to even like do. I was worried about things like pension, taxes, but all of that stuff is really quite basic. And yeah.
Well, what are you doing with your pension now?
So I've got Pension B. I'm a job hopper, so I've got maybe 5 pension pots. So I've consolidated them all into one, and then you can set yourself up on a direct debit. But one of my streams of income is salaried, not salaried, it's hourly. So they put me on their pension. So I'm going to see if I like it. And then if I like it, then I'll keep that and I'll pay into it that way and then just top up. If I don't like it, then I'll just do a direct debit myself.
You know, most guys I know, they don't give a, me included, they don't give a fuck about pension, boy. You care about pension?
I'd rather invest the money myself, but
Easier said than done, though, isn't it? But
it matters when you get to that age, innit?
yeah,
But do
we
you know
don't
what?
give a fuck.
I don't see pension as this pot
Mm-hmm.
that they are investing for me. Your pension could also be a stream of income that is completely passive that you know you're going to have when you're older.
Yeah.
So many of our parents, they didn't do this. They relied on state pension
Mm-hmm.
and they're working a retirement job. I'm not doing that. I don't even want to work past 40 if I
Yeah.
can. So my pension could be having a block of flats.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It's more possible in Accra than it is in the UK.
Yeah, facts.
Even though I have to pay like cash, I've got access to credit here, and then there everything is cheaper. So
Have you got access to credit there? Is there credit?
there's no real credit system, no credit system that makes sense. So when you want things, you have to pay cash down. Like, that's the
you
best
can
way.
You can take a mortgage out here.
You can,
Well, why would you be against that?
you can.
No,
You didn't
so
know.
You can take a mortgage out here and,
Yeah.
and use it.
You could do many things. You can get a loan here. You could say, yeah, I'm gonna buy a car.
Can you? I don't
Yeah.
think you can.
You absolutely can.
You can take a mortgage out in the UK and buy a house in Accra.
Yeah, so okay, how it works is you can not a mortgage, sorry, you can get your financials done
Yeah,
here
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then get the mortgage there. Or you can take a loan out here
Mm-hmm.
and you can use the money there. So I know people who have done both. They've basically
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
and is going to tell me how they did it so I can do it for myself. Because, yeah. A lot of
Okay.
people are in serious debt in the UK, but they've got 5 properties back
That's
home.
good debt.
Yeah,
Very good debt.
yeah, yeah. Fuck up your credit history elsewhere and then
Yeah.
just build.
But I realised, like, since being away, like, credit scores and stuff, that doesn't matter. Like, if you're not going for credit, who
Yeah.
cares? Who cares what you have?
Yeah, facts. But it kind of helps, man. You make credit
You
definitely
utilize
work for you.
If you have it.
If you can, 100%, because we use it for everything, like for cars, for phone contracts. But if you get to a point where you don't need it, then you just don't need it. Why would you care?
Also, in terms of now, in regards to your move to Accra, what's your work-life balance been like there compared to when you were in the UK? Because fair enough, because you're not really doing the job that you set out to do initially. You're taking on more clients now. You're on the same wage. Is this a smooth same wage, or are you working harder than you anticipated?
Oh, way harder. So annoying. But there's good stress. So I'm leaning into that and I'm trying to... I'm accelerating very quickly. Because some people, it takes them years before they could be fully self-employed. And I've done it in a matter of months, 6 or 7 months. So I know that whatever happens next it's just going to get better and better. But in terms of like work-life balance, the thing I love about what I do is that...
Yeah, that's calm. You said that basically you thought it would be a lot easier. Most people were self-employed.
No, I was telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm an EA, right? There are some EAs...
Executive.
Assistant.
Yeah.
There are some who, it's like they're on call. It's like they don't have a life of their own. They're always like at their boss's beck and call. I don't work like that. I work to tasks. So if you give me something, I'm like, what's the deadline? And then I can just get it done by that time. So there's some days where I just block out my calendar so no one puts meetings in and I go about my business. And then I work into the evening because I prefer it that way. And I do like that element. But like I was saying before, because I'm doing this by myself and there's multiple clients and now people are relying on me, it's almost like I couldn't take a holiday. Everything needs to get done. But this is what's pushed me into next level, which is to figure out how I can have a better work-life harmony where I'm going to have like a roster of VAs and we can cover sickness
Virtual
and holiday.
assistants?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I want to give the opportunity to people based in countries like Ghana, Nigeria, because when they're earning in dollars, it's a game changer. And they don't have to earn like a crazy hourly rate. But the thing that's lacking is work culture in Africa, or the places of Africa that I'm familiar with, and work culture here are 2 different things. So I believe that Africa is seriously lacking soft skills. Like here, in the UK, you can go into an organisation, you look at the people at the top, and they barely know what they're doing, but they have all the soft skills in the world. So they can relate to people. They're very empathetic. They've got high emotional intelligence. in Africa, it's very just like straightforward, and they don't do all of those niceties and fluffing, you know, they don't know how to fluff up an email or whatever. So
I'm learning that shit now, boy.
I believe, because I don't have a degree, and I believe that's why I'm in my position, able to demand the pay that I demand. Because most people, they're like, oh, where'd you go to school, or what did you do? But people just meet me and they're just like, yeah, I can see that you know your stuff, and I'm just like,
Have you watched Suits before?
Have I what?
Watched Suits.
The guy that faked his way. Hey.
No, I'm not saying Mike Ross. I'm saying, you know, the assistant. What's her name? Not Rachel.
Meghan Markle.
No, Donna. Yeah.
No, I've never really
Yeah.
I've never really got into it.
Okay.
I don't get into many things.
Fair dues.
I like Harry Potter and stuff like that.
I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. My mum said it was devilish.
Yeah.
He's a wizard, isn't it?
Meh.
Well, good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So in terms of the other part of life in Ghana, do you feel as though it's been worth it, the actual move for you?
So this is the thing that is really, really important for anyone who's probably considering moving. I did not move for the nightlife at all. That's probably the.
Okay, what about the day life?
What I moved was for the atmosphere and for the change of pace and the different culture, and then not sticking out like a sore thumb. That's why I moved, and
Did
all
you?
of that's
Stick out like a sore thumb.
like.
As a British person that's gone to Ghana, I remember when I went to Nigeria, they told me they could spot me from a mile away. They said they could tell by the whites in my eyes that I wasn't from about.
I mean, I don't know where you was. I'm in the city where there's people richer than me. So there's people there that dress better than me. They talk better than me. So no, I don't stick out like a sore thumb there. Obviously, people are like, oh, so you're from America, whatever they always say, and so there's that difference, but. You find a way to relate because they're like, oh, so where are your family from? Oh, yeah, we're from Jamestown. And then you get into a conversation that way. And then they're like, why are you here? But there's a lot of diasporans in Ghana. I think that, especially women diasporans, but you just feel so welcome. Like you see white people all the time there just by themselves.
Right.
Yep. It's one of them places where you can travel and you don't need to know anyone there. Nigeria...
Don't tell me about that place.
I wouldn't go
I
there.
thought I go to Nigeria, they'll kill me if they know I'm just there.
They wouldn't kill you, but you probably get like...
I've got family there, and it's just... They'll kidnap me and stuff, isn't it?
No, I don't think they would kidnap you, but...
Those guys, I ain't heard no good come out of that place. You leave money there, like you're talking about pension pots. One of my mum's pension plans, she built a block of flats in Nigeria. The whole family just moved in.
Yeah, that's wild.
And they started running out their own places. Now, obviously, on the other podcast, the one that physically hasn't come out, you mentioned that the men in Ghana are better. What are your views on men in Ghana now that you've been there for nearly, is it 6 months?
Yeah. Okay, this has changed.
So they're not better?
In terms of the pool is bigger. That fact is true. Or maybe I did mention this because I talked about the wealth disparity and how it makes it more difficult. That is very, very much true. So, let's say...
First you came on a vibe of the men in Ghana, they spend.
But they do, though.
Yeah, but you said it like, oh, yeah, man. The dating thing, no question, they're paying and stuff like that.
And that's true. Even if you're just friends with someone, like the way that they are is completely different. Like, I was here the other day, I was on a bus... And there was an African man, and he was like coming with the proper like chivalry. Is that the word? Whereas I'm used to growing up in the UK, where London boys like they wouldn't even piss on you if you were on fire. But there, nice. The guy was, depending on what you look like, yeah. But here, this guy was like, "Oh, madam, after you." Like he was
what country in Ghana?
In London, but he was an African man. And I think that it's the same when you're there as well. Like, the way you're treated is so different. Like, people that usually don't get any attention, that's why they love to be there. Because it's like, suddenly you're seen. Whereas the whole world has made you feel like you're at the bottom of the totem pole of life.
Wow, that's deep.
So, yeah, but it's true. And again, I say, depending on what you
Did you feel like you were at the bottom of do you feel like the UK made you feel that way?
No. Not the bottom, because I don't think I'm ugly. Like, I don't want anyone to come for me in the comments, but like...
Well, to think... Why would they come for you?
I don't... Because they don't like people with confidence. I don't know.
Cool.
But I think I've spent a lot of time understanding the society I was born into and how it operates, right? There are different things that are valued. So being black automatically puts me beneath certain other races as desirable. Let's be real. Black women, I think they're the least desired of all the races, and Asian
Not in
men.
my opinion.
But that's you. But I'm talking about society and how that works.
Yeah.
And then Asian
I'd
men.
agree. Yeah, I would agree. I think that's the case, and for some reason, I feel like obviously this. Bear in mind, this is not my actual opinion here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe in that chart that you're talking about. Yes, black women are probably the bottom in the. Now, obviously, you get some odd guys that fetishize black women that have them higher.
Yeah.
But I feel as though black men might even at that same chart might even be they're either 1 or 2.
Yeah, black men are higher because they're
not even higher, but probably one of the highest.
Because they're sexualized as these strong, savage mandingo. What's the things?
Mandingo,
yeah, exactly. So those kinds of black men are, and then in terms of like me, how I've been treated, yeah, I'm someone's cup of tea, but not everyone's cup of tea, and I kind of understand that. It doesn't mean that my self-esteem is lower. I just know where to position myself. But when you're in Africa, you're in the best position because most people there are black.
Like you said, the numbers that support you.
Exactly. But in saying that, if you're the type that wouldn't just go with anybody, or if there's certain things that are very important to you, it starts to become a lot harder. Like my thing is that like travel's really important. Because if you get with someone and they don't have like the global mobility that you have, suddenly you're ruling out all these places you can't go on holiday. If I just want to go, it's not easy.
You want to go to America, what do they have to do? Exactly. So
they'll be waiting 6 months, maybe get rejected. Long.
So what's the solution? They have to be
well travelled.
So now you're going through the same pool of men again, essentially, isn't it?
Literally. That is it. And it's like now you're suddenly okay, so if you want them to be well travelled, that's difficult. If you want them to be at least on the same financial level as you, considering I'm earning pounds, that's then difficult. If you want them to be well dressed, difficult. And also
Is that one of your things?
Well put together.
Okay.
Don't embarrass me in public.
Okay.
Like
not embarrass you. They don't have to be like a sick dresser.
No.
Okay.
But like be clean. Like value hygiene. I think that's basic, right? And now suddenly I'm here with the rest of the girls fighting for the 1% in this country. And then when you meet the 1%, they don't even have hobbies. They don't read books. Okay, let me not generalize, but a lot of like the richer guys I've met, you will want to like learn from them and glean from them because that's how I interact with people, and they're giving nothing. They're giving pops bottles.
But also, guys are way less shallow than women in regards to what is it more shallow or less? I don't know, but a guy will take a girl from the gutter.
Yeah,
he's a billionaire. Will take a girl from the gutter where the girls that have some shit, they're not taking no guy from. Which means even the 1% you're looking at, they still have 100% to choose from.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's actually harder.
But you're financially comfortable, so why doesn't that do the opposite? Why doesn't it open up?
Because
you don't.
It doesn't, because guys don't care.
No, but I'm asking, no.
I get what you're saying.
Why does I think this is the problem when women earn more money, is that they then up the amount of money the guy needs to earn. Whereas a guy, when he earns more money, it becomes less important.
Yeah.
So that works.
That's the problem.
That works. It
Do you know
doesn't
what?
work the other way around. It doesn't because guys that earn more money don't care about how much money you're making.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work.
So what your approach should be, I'm making this much money.
So it shouldn't matter?
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter
Okay.
However, some guys might affect their confidence.
Let's talk about hobosexuals for a second.
What?
Hobosexuals.
Oh shit, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah? There are guys out there who, when they see a woman who has her shit together, they will leech. And then that person now becomes my responsibility. I'm not.
But do you want a cute son,
guy.
basically, essentially?
What's that got to do with anything?
He might be a good-looking guy, so just have a nice. You've
adopted.
essentially.
I'm doing 100% of the work, and I'm bringing in 100%
that happens too
of the money.
frequently
But that happens to men regularly.
Yeah, men accept it, but it's so uncute when it's a guy.
I don't.
But you know what it is? The more good looking you are, the taller you are, the higher on that pole you are, the more likely that you're
Come over
going
there just to smile and shit. The taller you are.
No, literally. No, trust me. The more that society bends in your favour, so you get those things. You'll meet a woman And she'll be more willing to be like, yeah, I'm sure he'll like, with time, he'll mature or he'll do better for himself because he's good looking. If he was busted from the jump, they would never ever have that because he's just a bum.
Yeah, but why would they? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
would they?
Why
Exactly.
even invest your time in that?
Exactly. I met a homosexual. I went on a date with a homosexual.
Yo, how'd you just label a nigga that? What, has he done this multiple times?
I had to
How many
ask
houses has he lived in, isn't it? As in, what class is you?
The
as a
homosexual isn't just about the house. It's
Okay.
the kind of mentality and the...
Explain the homosexual. This is going to be clipped up. What's a homosexual?
Oh, gosh, no, because I don't want to get it wrong. Should I actually look for the actual
Well, yeah.
definition?
Well, first give us what you believe it is, and then we'll look
Okay.
at the actual definition.
So I believe, like I said, it's a man who is actually attracted to a woman who has her stuff together because it means he needs to do less in life. And these men are usually well suited to a woman who is a nurse or a teacher or any kind of caregiver because she's used to looking after people. She probably won't clock that that's what's happening. It's the man that stands behind you and looks over your shoulder and lets you pay. That's a homosexual, in my opinion.
Is he letting them pay because he can't afford it? Or...
Why should he have to if you've got it? Why would he stretch his hand to open his purse if you're willingly going to do it?
But when, as in, if he lets you play all the time, or if he lets you play ever.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
That's
you're
all the
doing
time.
like you're doing everything.
It's basically the same. It's like a woman that but there's men that do it as well. So
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a woman
if
that
you're calling
likes
women
to be-
homosexuals. Oh my god.
Yeah, but wait, but
they're all over the place.
yeah, but wait. What you just said before is that when a man is earning more, he's very happy to
Yeah.
date down, but women rarely do it. That's why there's a label for it when it goes the other way.
Yeah, no, but
Because
the-
hypergamy is
okay,
like
But the question is, that's the reason it works for men.
Yes, man, just accept it.
I think there's at the end of the day there's things that are tried and tested over time because they work. And
Yeah.
what works is a man that earns a certain amount of money and doesn't care what a woman earns because
It's covered.
it
Money's
makes-
it's already done.
It just
Yeah.
makes things easier. What I've never seen work is this idea of when a woman earns more money, now needing the guy to earn more money than her, because that's the opposite dynamic. And just because it's a man and a woman,
But I
you
think
wanna
that-
flip it. And I don't know whether that.
But I
works.
think that still works though. When
Imagine-
you're a woman with money, you
imagine-
need a guy that makes.
Yeah,
more
yeah,
money.
but you know what you also need, like because I've seen
No,
I've
you
seen
need
that-
a guy that makes at least makes money. It can't be the exact same of doesn't make no money.
You need a guy. There's a difference. So a bum is what women they jump to. They jump to if the guy isn't earning more money, he
He's
must
a
be a
bum.
bum.
Yeah.
There's a middle ground. The guy
Yeah.
Just doesn't make more than you.
He's a hard
Yeah,
worker. He's
exactly.
passionate about something, he does
Exactly.
something. But it's just not
Which
the
is
money,
fine.
It's just not what
That
you
is
earn.
absolutely fine because there are certain dynamics where the woman might be the breadwinner, but then the husband does some cooking. He looks after the children. A homosexual is a guy who doesn't earn as much as you. He doesn't contribute to the household. He doesn't hold any kind of position that helps you. Exactly. He's a leech. So if you're in a position, like if I met someone and he didn't earn as much as me, but I could see that he had generosity and that he was happy to pick up where I had to put down because I'm doing this and earning the money, I think I would be at peace with that kind of situation.
So then why don't you remove that requirement from your list?
I haven't met a guy like that.
No, why don't you just remove the requirement of earns as much or more money than women?
He cannot lower.
Just remove it.
I haven't met anyone
No,
that
but I'm saying just remove it as a requirement.
I don't trust that I will meet someone who, if I remove that requirement, I don't trust that I'll get the caliber of guy, because that guy I'm talking about is like a 1 in a million.
Yeah, but also as a guy.
I haven't met many guys like that.
No, it says you said that.
I said that.
I don't.
I said that. Do you think they're about?
What, the guy that earns more? That earns more money
Like
than you?
if like think about it like this. Let's say you have a child with someone. This guy is willing to do all the night shifts. He's willing to clean up the house, cook all the meals.
Why would you want him to do it? Would you want a guy
But
like
why
that?
do you? Hold on.
Why
Why
wouldn't you
do
do
you
that?
also need him to do that?
But if
Just
I'm
because you're making the money now, he has to do that.
so wait, what are we actually saying here?
I'm just saying-
What's he doing? What's
No,
he
I'm
there
saying
for?
you- I'm saying
A
you-
sperm
No, but I'm
donor?
saying that the salary brackets we're talking about aren't salary brackets that require. It's not as though like you're a multi-millionaire. You understand what I'm saying, innit? Where so that you need a husband. As in, for instance, you can earn like say 60. The guy can earn 40,
35.
35 and 40.
But we never
It
put
doesn't
the
mean
amounts.
because, but I'm saying, but it doesn't mean that because you earn 60 that all of a sudden that he has to clean the yard out and then look after the youth.
I never said that. But what I'm saying is that if he doesn't have that within him, then how do I know that it's not going to be an unbalanced situation for me down the line?
You're saying these guys are few and public. I'm saying, okay, you earn a high salary for the environment that you're in, largely for the average person, right?
Yeah.
So that means someone with a good job and a respectable human being that looks after themselves a lot of them will be earning less money than you. Mm-hmm. So that means there are a lot of those people that earn less money than you but are not bums. So remove the requirement.
Yeah, but then even if I did remove that requirement, I still have a global mobility requirement. Like if you can't get a visa, where we going on holiday and stuff?
But you've moved to
Africa.
You've moved to Ghana. That's a geopolitical.
But there are people. But hold on. First of all, I didn't move to Ghana for that.
I know, but I'm just saying you've moved to Ghana, so now there's environment in. So unless they were now happen to be born elsewhere and then return to Ghana or whatever.
Oh, you need a diaspora.
They will have
There's not a lot of male diasporans.
And just by default, having a Ghanaian passport, you can't book a flight to America next week.
Exactly. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I think, okay, what you're saying is a very logical way of approaching it, and I hear it. I'm still 31, and I just arrived. My focus has not been relationships or who I'm settling down with or whatever. But when you ask the question, these are the things that my current mindset allow me to put into words that make sense to me. What happens a year from now? Who knows? Maybe I would get with a local.
But you know what a good gauge is? A good gauge is a guy that is willing to leave you after bullshit. Like, if he's got enough self-respect that I'm not having this and touches out, then I think that's a good level.
Are you telling me to cheat on someone?
No. I'm saying, for instance, if you're with a guy that, you've got the situation so sweet for him that it's almost like he's going to stick around, then that's not the sort of person you want. You want someone that won't take your bullshit.
Yeah, but then how do I know that unless I give him some bullshit to take?
Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of that, I feel like you'd be able to gauge that sort of respect level. Okay, cool. He earns the equivalent of 25,000, isn't it?
They're not. It's not even that. It's way big. The average salary, I think, is 3,000 or 4,000 cities, which would be £400.
But I don't mean average.
What?
But average,
a month?
Average professional person. So you can.
That's professional. That's when you say professional, you mean what works in a bank or
like a profession, a lawyer, accountant, doctor.
Lawyer would be a little bit more. No, lawyers. I think
works
lawyers
in a
are
bank,
decent.
Company,
bank, not so much. International,
office job.
Not all of them.
400 a month. Fuck, man.
Yeah, they're not making, But I knew it was going to be difficult, but I wasn't moving for that reason, so I didn't let that deter me. But
Yeah, Laddie actually had that point before.
Yeah.
He said how important is basically in terms of if you found out that there was no guys in Ghana there, would you still go? Mm-hmm. And your vibe was, I would still go because it's not about guys.
Yeah.
Do you still feel that way now, isn't it? Or do you feel as though, have you felt you've made dating more difficult for yourself?
I do think I have. However, I have not been dating. I've been on a couple dates.
How many? How many different guys? We'll go by guys, not them.
I've only ever done first dates. I haven't got past the first date with anyone.
Right.
Yeah, but I realised pretty quickly what's not going to work, and I don't waste my time.
Right. So how many dates did we do
Why
again?
Are you laughing?
What did you do?
I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you.
So how many first dates did we go on in Ghana?
3.
3 first dates, okay. And basically, briefly explain as to why each one of those was a no-go after the first date. So
the first one, I asked him pretty quickly what he was looking for. And
I hate that question.
Yeah, but I'm nah, I'm sorry.
Fuck's sake!
No. It's not a trick.
Might as well ask him, what are we on the first date?
No. I said, no, if we're to proceed, I'm not going to become someone's buddy for, being lonely or whatever. So I was just what is it that you're actually out here after? Because the way we...
I think it's a reasonable question.
I think it's a bit serious.
But we did.
I feel first date should be about, hey, let's just see what the vibe is.
Because I tell you why. Because we didn't meet each other we want to date each other. We met through something else. Mm-hmm. And we discovered that we lived close to each other. And then we hung out. I don't want to bait out.
Yeah, who the person.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be edited. Is it?
No.
Okay.
The
Cool.
woman.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
No, it's a guy.
Oh, is that guy? Is that the guy from the first guy?
What guy?
The guy that you said he took you. For...
No. I met that guy in December.
How was he? You friend zoned him.
Yeah.
Is he still your friend now?
He every time I get my nails done, he asks me to stroke his beard. It's never happening.
What?
Yeah. Because I post up my thing and I always say beard stroking nails, and then he'll be like, "Oh, are you gonna stroke mine?" Never.
Yeah, but you're the one.
You set a trap for him.
Why does he fall for it every time and he gets nothing?
But
why would he keep
when you post it now, do you do it for him? Because you know what people.
But do you know what?
You see, he saw the story. He didn't say anything. You'd be like, "Rah."
No, I wouldn't be pissed. I would be like, you have some self-respect. But like you said, I can never take him seriously because he's been trying to meet up with me for 4 months and I keep making excuses. Like, at some point, respect yourself and just disappear.
Oh my. Girls are so complicated, boy.
I don't think so. Because in the same breath, he'll
He's
post
gonna
up
cane
him
the
and his
life out of
girlfriend.
you.
He'll post up, like, when it's Valentine's Day or her birthday, he'll be posting some girl. But it's me that you want to go on a date with. Like, respect yourself. I think I actually posted that all of these guys are trying to have a side chick, but you don't even have enough dick for the side chick. Like, you have how many rounds do you actually have in you?
I respect that. That's true.
Okay, sweet. Now, Rhoda wanted to clear up.
Yeah, I wanted to just come here and fight for my Ghanaian brothers because they get a bad rep for being short, and that's not the case at all. I've been on, what did I say?
What, short or tight? Because I think tight is the big one.
No, short, not tall, right? I've been on 3 dates. The first one was 6'7". The second one was 6'1" or 2".
Is he taller than Christian? 6'7".
I don't know. They would have to stand next to each other for me to.
But he's clearly tall. So
Very.
Okay.
Like, my neck hurt and I'm tall. Actually, I've been on 4 dates. The third one was 6'2", and the last one was 6'4".
Oh wow.
They are the only short ones is from a particular.
Wait, 6'7", 6'4", 6'2".
6'7", 6'1" /2", 6'2", and then 6'4". All tall guys, and I meet tall guys all the time. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Are they from a Ashanti tribe?
Ashantis are typically the smaller ones.
Okay, cool. Now, so basically, back to your vibe of dating, and you said basically early on you decided no on every one of your first dates.
Yeah.
Go through them and explain to us why you said no to each of these guys.
So the first one, I asked what he was looking for. He was like, I'm focusing on me. And I was like, that's absolutely fine. Now, I feel like a lot of women ask the question, but then they just do what they want anyway. And I would have definitely kept him around because 6'7", you don't come across that often. But luckily, he ghosted me.
People with he ghosted you?
He did.
He ghosted you?
He ghosted me.
Did you try and keep him around?
I was like cool with him. Like, we're gonna run into each other. Accra is small. Like, I've run into him multiple times after. And when I see him, it's cool. But if I was to send him a message, that nigga won't reply.
Bruh. So wait. So were you still interested in him?
No, but you know when you would keep someone around.
This is a good one, actually.
Yeah.
After the ghosting, could he have regen?
No.
What do you mean?
Could he have recovered that?
He couldn't have become a zombie.
When you first saw him.
Yeah.
When you first saw him,
there's ways back.
The first time after the ghosting, he spit some lyrics.
Okay, the first time, yes, but after that, no.
Yeah, you've seen him after, but the first time, it's like I was going through some shit.
Yeah, because you're
no, but when a guy really wants you, and you will be able to clock. Yeah. As in, like, he'll be on a vibe, but like, oh, seriously, right now, he came out and said, you know what, like, 6 months ago, I was proper immature.
Do you know what? Do you know how I know? Because he did come back. And when he came back, I thought we were going to talk about why he disappeared. And I gave him multiple opportunities. Like, when you talk to me, I can get a lot out of a person. I make them feel very comfortable. It's almost like therapy. And I was there for an hour. And he said nothing. So I was just like...
He said you're not getting that.
Well, he said nothing about why he ghosted you.
I kept asking him, like, what's going on? What's been going on with you? Are you alright?
What type of ghost are we talking about? Are we talking about you were messaging him more than once and he wasn't responding?
I messaged twice and he didn't respond. Yeah. So,
yeah, but he lost his phone. So like, how do you?
What do you mean?
I'm
he
just
lost his phone?
I'm just saying, innit?
No, because when he needs something like work related, he knows what my number is. He knows exactly where I live because he's in that industry. Like I've said, I've seen him at multiple parties. He even dropped me home once. And
He just doesn't mention.
No.
Yeah, but does he need to mention why he's ghosting you?
But why would you ignore me and then think you can come around again?
Maybe you didn't think it was a date.
Yeah, but how the fuck do two people meet each other one-on-one?
Hold on, let me get this off.
Yeah.
Go on.
Because girls say this.
Go to the mic.
Go on.
No. Maybe you just didn't think it was a date, innit?
So, but
Maybe
what
you said you met. This is the guy you said you met
through something else.
It wasn't a dating app. It wasn't officially this is a date. Maybe you just thought you were linking up for a coffee, and you're friends and you're cool.
Oh, girls say that.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
And do you know what's funny? He was like, oh, you're going to ghost me. Because when we had the conversation, I said, well, I'm sorry, I'm not looking for short-term fun. Like, I'm looking for the long haul. Absolutely not. What the fuck do you think this is?
What?
Sex!
That's insane.
You know your mind isn't going to move on from the sex for 1 minute.
For a while. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Anyone who is barebacking on first dates, like, we are in our 30s now.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second.
Let's be
Guys,
for real.
put your hands up if you've barebacked on the first date. If you haven't barebacked
in
on the first date.
In your 30s.
In your 30s.
If you have in your 30s.
Hey, wait. Hey, 1 second.
No.
Laddie, how much is a condom cost? Right now, average rate. Eh?
Depends where you buy from. Tesco's like £6
on Amazon, you can get like nine for like.
Listen, I've worn condoms before. The last condom I've actually received was from the 4YP van.
No, I buy my own. I'm sorry. No, that's insane because... And also, stats were released in December just gone about
Stats?
the stats.
I thought that was a condom brand, I didn't know.
No, about the rate at which HIV has gone up in heterosexual couples. I'm not about to play those games for what? One round?
Yeah, no, you're on the right.
Yeah.
You're not incorrect.
Right. So... That's why I know. So he ghosted. He was like, "You're gonna ghost me because I'm not looking for this."
Yeah, but
and I was like, "Absolutely not." Like,
no, but back to
So that kind of shuts down. How do you know it was a date? Kind of.
No, but I'm saying in terms of, but did you came before or after the date?
After. So we went out and then after.
So you asked him, "What are you looking for?" He told you this, and then you caned him anyway.
Yeah.
What was the point of asking the question?
I wanted to just have.
Because you made it out like you asked the question on a vibe of no, these niggas ain't serious. So
I was like, because you're here now.
Okay, cool.
So like, might as well just like the date that you went on. You was like, I would at least do it once.
Yeah, but also she can ask the question and just know what it is.
Exactly.
Cool.
I could have decided. Okay, I'll keep him as my
main guy.
Yeah. Do you know what? Now that I think about it, I think we did have that discussion because. I think I asked him like, okay, so I'm looking for something more serious. Like, what advice would you give me dating in a crowd? He was like, only have one person. I was just like, yeah, sure. Because obviously he would be that one person being the first one. So I was like, okay, I won't burn that bridge, but let me just like, I'll check in, do a temperature check every so often to see if I call him, is he going to come over kind of thing. And when I did, ghost. So that's how I knew for sure. And it's absolutely fine.
And you tried twice, you said?
Yeah, I messaged him the following day, and then I waited a week, and then I messaged him something unrelated, and he didn't respond. But when he wanted to know about some real estate stuff, especially with my development, and who's got properties available and stuff, he'll call me.
Deal with him, like,
he'll call me for that stuff. If I see him in a party, he'll like come over, he'll say hi.
This guy's greasy.
Shall I tell you what he did? Shall I tell you what he did?
He wants to see if he's got access.
Nah. I'll be honest, because I've done this. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be cheeky when I'm hearing it. And for me, it's on my terms.
Yeah.
It's my terms. You lot have had your time of, no, I'm not calling. If I don't want to call you, I'm not calling you. I'm not answering.
Yeah.
That's just all it is. And where he knows about your situation of you coming over here, he's thinking, okay, cool. Not that you don't know people. You're not going to be as much headache as the ones that are here. So even I don't chat to you for a little bit, you're sensible, you're a grown woman, you're doing your business minded. if I need to hit you about this is bread, you're not gonna not respond. That's all he's doing.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm sorry, it backfired because he tried to come back around, and I gave him like,
of course, no, that was gonna happen. I was
Yeah,
gonna say that.
if you-
I was gonna
if-
say I was gonna come back here. Like,
right, because he
Yeah.
came back about a month or 2 months later, and I think he just wanted to pick up where he left off, and I was like,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
not.
that's it.
Like, we're gonna have a conversation so I can see where mentally where you're at, and who's to say I'm even gonna accept you back here? To be honest, I had moved on already, but when he realized he couldn't get anything out of me, he left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, so there's no hassle. Yeah.
Yeah,
He just wanted to see what is it still there for me.
it's absolutely not.
Fair enough.
He didn't perform well enough for me to reserve anything.
From with the bag.
Absolutely,
So he didn't even king.
From the bang.
he did not.
Okay, cool. So day number 2.
So I was at a party, a politician's daughter's party, and there was a guy, and we started talking, and we went on a date, but I wouldn't even call it a date because, do you know what? I'm realizing that when the guys meet you and they hear your accent, they think you're a certain type of way. So the type of dates they take you on reflect who they think you are and what they think is about to go down. So he took me to a club, and then yeah,
That's
we were
a
in the club.
weird first date,
As a
isn't
date.
it?
So
I've
you
had-
think he just want vibes?
No,
Yeah.
so as a date.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
weird, isn't it?
I've never done that before.
No, it happens a lot in the crowd. Like they'll be like, "Oh, meet me at this club." Like it's not always a restaurant. Sometimes
That's a
you'll like,
vibe, though.
That's a vibe. I mean, that's a vibe.
yeah, but it's a party city, so I
Not
think
for the first date, though.
What?
Yeah, you wanna
Imagine that.
talk to
I mean, it
someone.
sets the
Right.
vibe. Very. It's a
After,
very
like, you
lusty
come from
vibe.
first,
and then
it
you
went
go
well,
after,
then you
and
might
then
go-
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
it
what I
makes
did. Remember on
sense.
the
Yeah,
date when the
yeah.
girl left, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But you see, the girl can leave on those vibes, isn't it?
No, it depends on what you get along with.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts.
Exactly that. So yeah, the second one was a club, and I was just like, we almost went on a second date, but he was very much like, okay, I'm working here until this time, so you must meet me here. And I was like, what makes you think I don't have a life and I don't have my own stuff to do? Like, you're not even willing to like meet me halfway kind of thing. Forget you. I actually don't need.
How do you know? But maybe it was a case of breakdown in communication. How was his English?
It wasn't
Culture.
because I communicate extremely well. And
No, but I'm
like
saying-
you're saying as well, in Africa, a guy asking you on a date and asking you to meet him there is absolutely unheard of. Like, even if he doesn't drive, he's getting an Uber to you to pick you up or at least offering you. And that's the difference between here. I would not expect that here because that's not how the guys are. But there, it kind of shows their intention.
Transportation.
I don't know what it is. But there's just like certain expectations. And also like guys would never expect you to pay. Even if the date went badly, there's no splitting the bill or any of that stuff. It's just unheard of. It just doesn't happen. Which leads me on to
But then again, you're mixing it with the upper echelon of Ghanaians.
sometimes, because I went, the third one was a
In
local
the village?
guy. Absolutely not.
Okay.
He was more of a local guy, but more, I don't want to say too much. Because, yeah.
So this guy in the club, did you cane him?
No.
Okay, cool. And how did you realize? Yeah, you were getting to. He told you absolute. You're like absolute. Wait, he told you try to keep you on a strict schedule.
Yeah,
in terms
it's the same thing on my terms
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I didn't feel like he wanted to get to know me. Like, I think he was just trying to be strictly physical. And I just wasn't interested. Like, it's very,
club
huh?
This is the club there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
It's very, like, for a lot of women, the sexual intimacy starts with the conversations that you're having, with the vibe, with the chemistry. So when you're jumping straight into that and you have nothing, I'm just like, I'm not even excited. I don't want to see you naked. Like, you're giving me nothing. So that's why I switch off really quickly. When I know that they're on that vibe, I'm just like, mm-mm. But with the local guy, so we did a really nice...
So this is a 6'2" guy now.
Yes.
So first one 6'7", second one
6'1", 6'2".
this
Never
one
asked.
6'2" as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we did a nice vibe. We went to a beach club, which was nice because it was almost like a restaurant, but it was on the beach. We walked on the beach for a bit, and it's at night as well, so very nice.
It's a vibe, man.
So that,
Yeah.
smiling here.
But like,
It's you.
You just picture it.
yeah.
That's cool.
But with him,
Works.
and I told him this as well. Like, I remember one time I was eating like Jacob's crackers and cheese, and he didn't know what a cracker was, and I got the ick. I was like, he had no hobbies. He had no interest in hobbies. He didn't want to travel.
You know,
Yeah.
the nail in the coffin though.
Yeah, because I knew like there's some instances where you can teach your partner stuff and they can teach you stuff about each other's worlds. But then there's other instances where they're just not going to get on your vibe. If I want to go on holiday now, I'm going on a solo trip because he's not interested in that. Don't want to eat this stuff. He's not interested.
He can't afford it. Maybe he can't afford it.
That too.
Yeah. That's probably most of it.
Yeah, exactly. And
Again, I don't think I've ever actually heard someone that can travel that has no interest in traveling. I don't think
And someone that tells you that, then all I'm hearing is, well, there's a financial situation that you just don't feel comfortable talking about, isn't it?
yeah, but very much like, I was like, oh, so like what kinds of things do you do for fun? Or do I do for fun? I'm not in the club every day. I want to see Accra. I want to do road trips and learn about history and go to pottery classes and all of those things, which are available there, but you're just not willing. And for me,
that's like linking a girl right now, and all she wants to do is look at the London Eye and go outside Buckingham Palace. It's like, I wouldn't. Well, right now, I'm more willing to do that. When I went to New York, I came back and clocked. I don't even know this fucking city at all. This whole city.
London?
Yeah, I ain't never been on London Eye.
Yeah.
Have you been to London Eye?
No.
Have you been outside Buckingham Palace for no reason before? I ain't done that.
I mean, past it, yeah.
Big
But-
Ben, I walk past, no interest.
But these are specific
Huh?
tourists.
Probably sick in there.
Take more than I haven't been there as a conscious adult.
You haven't done like a gallery or a
Yeah.
I
fun...
like gallery museums.
With who? Dirt bag.
Why is that?
I do that for inspiration.
You do?
Yeah.
I do museums and that for inspiration.
Is it? But by yourself or with a girl?
Both.
Both. When's the last time
It's
you been to
good.
Tate?
I haven't been to. No wait, is the Tate the one in
I don't know where it is, man. They mentioned it on
There's
the
a few,
station.
man.
There's not a few Tates.
Not Tates. There's a few museums. I mean, like. I don't know.
British National
Yeah,
British
National,
Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't, not since primary school, I haven't been to any one of
Bro,
those.
you're so mad.
Place.
You're so mad. You can go there and your brain will just tick, bro. Just in general, just seeing different things and learning different things.
I might go, man. Fuck it.
Exhibitions.
I will enjoy it, man. With a glass of rosé, walking around, that'll be a vibe.
I don't know if they sell rosé. Do they sell rosé?
I was like Van Gogh.
Maybe the
Exhibition, and then there was like a light. That was sick.
Oh, the immersive one. There's so, like, in every city you go to, especially if you're on TikTok, you will find the interesting stuff to do. And that's what I like. I know not everybody likes that, but I'm going to choose a partner who is going to encourage that at the very least.
But you need to make sure these guys are actually rich enough to do these things that you want them to
This
do.
is another thing, because what's rich to me...
No, but
not-
but I'm saying there's a guy over here. She's talking about she wants to travel. This guy needs to buy his mum a roof or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. There's the level of thing that you want to do right now is a big P that you're asking.
So do you know what I usually do? I have a test. I have a test. So if I start talking to someone and they want to kind of know, oh yeah, I'd love to take you out, I'll be like, yeah, we should go to this place. The place that I know is in my budget. And if they're reluctant,
but sometimes
but
that
if
might be
I can
fuck
take
you.
my,
It might be a fucking vibe. Like the girl's like,
a place you know.
it's like
I would go. Yes.
that's like a
And
girl
if
telling you
Yeah,
Hakkasan though.
but do you know what? Yeah, do you know why that doesn't work?
Why?
Because for me, there's certain places I don't like it. So I'm not like a sexy fish. Whatever guy. I can afford to go there.
Yeah.
But it's not my type of place.
Yeah.
So if you did that and you suggested it, I might not be down for it. But it's not because I can't afford it. I might just.
Yeah, plus
But would you suggest
telling
an
you.
alternative?
Yeah, I suggest an alternative, but it may not. It probably won't be in that same bracket. But
Why?
I just prefer the food because I just prefer the food.
Okay.
I'm not put flowers on the wall and I'm a fool.
Yeah, but I feel like that's weird though. As in, like, if a girl coming to me and suggesting Hakkasan to me, innit? That's weird. It's like, yo, what's she
Or
trying
I'll
to
ask
do
them,
here?
I'll ask them like what kinds of places they've been to, and then based on like 5 places, I'll know what
I've
they
said
tend to spend their money on.
Remember that girl I was gonna link at that time, innit? Yeah, from Snapchat. And then basically I was on a vibe of, we can go to, what's that shisha place that me and you go to
Oh,
sometimes?
you said that. Wait, the one.
The one that me and you go to.
Near me.
Yeah, near you. What's that? Not that one.
Oh.
No, the other one.
Turtle Bay.
Not Turbo.
Tiger Bay.
Tiger Bay. This girl came back and said, nah, she wants to go to this one. I'm not about to come. I went on their menu, yeah. Fam, that place was a huge P. I just had to write the girl off.
I would say I've spoken to girls before, and when I speak about what food and stuff they like to eat, when it's always the place that is pictured.
The buzzwords.
Firstly, to me, that means you don't know food.
Yeah.
All you know is TikTok.
Yeah.
All you know is image. And all
Yeah.
that. So I will read that into you, and if you don't feel you're that person, then it's something to be conscious of.
I think it depends. So if there's like, if you have nothing about you, like you can't.
Like if they suggested there's this really nice place that is not necessarily a special place, but it's like.
Yeah, but no,
they
it depends.
there,
It depends.
really
It depends. Because if they're a foodie and they're into that, they're gonna have places.
Yeah.
But if they're not into that, they're going by what's popular. But do they have something else they get excited about? That's what's important to me. Like you need to be able to go down a rabbit hole and tell me all about this thing that you love. Because if you don't have that in you, I'm just like, you're kind of boring.
Yeah, but I feel like suggesting isn't a good idea, bro.
Yeah, so there's a flaw in my plan. Clearly, I'm still single, so it doesn't work.
Okay, cool. So with this one, what happened again? So he took you to the beach club, and then
No, what happened was, so we did see each other a couple times.
you came. They came this one.
So what happened was...
Okay, cool. I got my answer. Yeah.
I just said to him that I think that our lifestyles are extremely different, but not in a way where we can positively add to one another. So there's no point in us wasting
You're like
time.
a teacher because you've given more feedback to guys
than they have to me. I wish guys would give me feedback.
Yeah, it's like you get assessed after. Well, I think this. I think that's a vibe though.
Do you know what it is as well? It comes from, like I said earlier, the culture. See, not that women can't adapt or anybody can't adapt to somebody else from a different country and how they move over there, whatever. But Rhoda's asking questions and she's speaking to these people to understand them. These guys are not really deep in how intelligent she is, just in general and how she's carrying herself. Because the women that they're normally around, they don't have to behave like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's the culture.
The culture's different.
That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I was saying earlier about it's the culture. Because she's moving like this for a reason and, you know, giving her feedback because she's at the end of the
She's
day,
experienced some shit.
Exactly, and not only that, she's not ready to waste her time. At the same day,
But certain times, not wasting your time can waste time, bruv.
No, because the thing is, like, George is absolutely right, because for a lot of women in Accra, they're partnering for survival. They're not partnering because they want to be in love or they want an enriched life. And that's the difference between me and them. Like, the people of Ghana, as lovely as they are, they're raised to be humble and not speak. So when you meet some Ghanaian women, it's almost like the feedback that I've gotten from Ghanaian guys is, wow, you talk back. Because they're used to meeting. I'm 100%. Now, the Ghanaian women I've met, not like that. But from the guys, what they're telling me is that these women are not talking back to them. It's like they don't have many hobbies. They don't kind of put themselves out there. They're not as confident. But I'm not here to waste my time. And it's wasting your time to be around people who are not giving anything to you. Whether that's through friendship, whether that's through intimacy, even just sexual. Because you can have a partner where it's purely sexual. But if you're benefiting, I'm benefiting, I'm happy with that. If I'm not getting any one of those three things, I'm not wasting my time.
Okay, cool.
I'm
So
getting
this
rid
is,
of them.
that's nigga number 3.
So nigga number 4.
Well, how am I supposed to say it?
Nigga number 4.
Date number 4, sorry. Date number 4.
He was the homosexual.
He lived with you.
He never lived with me. He didn't.
Okay,
live
what
with
happened
me.
then?
So he came kind of through recommendation. So there's someone who I felt was very trusted. I know the type of
And
family.
6'4" this guy was.
6'4".
Okay, cool.
I know the type of family she comes from. She's very business minded. She's also very she's studious. She's going for her masters and just such a nice, good vibes person.
That's a good word. So. Does that mean likes to study?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she posted her brother,
It's studious.
Your parents got said that. She's very studious. She's very studious.
yeah, is my Afro side coming out? Anyway, so she posted her brother. I was like, "This is your brother?" And she was like, "Yeah. He does this, he does that." I'm not gonna say too much and out him because I think he's quite bait. But she literally just gave me his number, and this is the one time I shot my shot. And I should have known. The first red flag was when we started speaking to each other. It was via WhatsApp, and he asked what I did. I think I asked what he did. He asked what I did. And when I told him, oh yeah, I support like small businesses and tech companies to like scale their operations and blah, blah, blah. He was like, in tech? Drinks on you. That's when I should have known.
Oh, that's what you were tweeting about the other day.
Right. That's when I should have known. Now.
Wait a minute, no,
There's no time.
Listen.
There's no time.
I thought that it was.
Is it that bad?
Laughing at me.
No,
I
we're
feel
laughing
so
at you.
bad. Okay.
Is drugs on you that bad?
It could be his
said-
banner.
Yeah.
Right. And this is my thing.
Work people.
Because I didn't didn't want to overreact.
Lots of them you're going on
And I didn't want to put him in a box too soon. This was within the first 24 hours. So I asked a male friend and I asked a woman friend, and they were like, give him a chance, just see where it's going. So I was like, fine. But listen, the drinks were on me because I got to the place, again a club. He had a drink in his hand. He never offered to buy me a drink. My throat was dry.
Why'd you offer to buy him one then?
He had a drink.
Yeah, but why did you offer to buy him one?
Why did I?
Yeah.
I never offered to buy
I
him a
thought
drink.
you bought him drinks.
No, he had his own drink.
Bought him a drink. He
Yeah.
didn't offer you a drink.
Well, he had the drink.
No, but he was already there though. This guy's done this
He
before.
had the drink already.
Still, even
Right.
still.
And so I was like, listen, I'm
Yeah,
not...
Dale, man, I feel like you need to sit this one out, man. Like you buy too many drinks, isn't it? That you're coming from the other end of the spectrum. You won't understand this nigga.
Well, so I bought my own
Oh,
drink
fuck off, man.
because the blessing for me is that I could afford to buy my own drink. I wasn't just out here relying on this guy. The conversation was going well. When I tell you this guy was immaculate, his outfit, sensational. Yeah. 6'4", most beautiful man you'd ever seen.
Sorry, give me a description of the outfit quickly.
The outfit. So he was wearing like, you know when the guys wear like the suit trousers with the tweed and stuff, but it was like nice, fitted. He had the ankle cleavage. He was wearing the freshest New Balance. Yes, because he was showing me the ankle. He had the freshest New Balance trainers on, and you don't see a lot of guys wearing trainers because it's dusty. Right.
New Balance is a beautiful taste.
Right.
Ghana born and raised.
No, so he's actually abroad. He's an abroad boy, and he was
Holland.
back. Holland?
Yeah.
No, UK.
Oh.
UK.
Yeah.
He knows life is hard. That's why he said drink to you then, because he's like, yeah, over there.
He was acting like a London boy. But anyway, the conversation was going quite well. He knows he's good looking because he never had a table booking. So when I got to the door of this club, they wanted to charge me. As soon as he came out, they let me go in for free. And that's pretty privilege if I've ever seen it. So
you think they let him in?
they let me in because I was with him and he's pretty.
Or you think that's not his pattern?
No.
Maybe that's why
I
he
don't
went to
know.
that club.
Yeah. That
No,
could be
because
his pattern.
he's not from the city. Like
Okay, fair dues.
he doesn't have it like because that
And were these female bouncers or male bouncers?
female.
Female bouncers. Okay.
Yeah, because
Why they moving like crap?
when he started walking over, one of them said in pidgin, he doesn't have a table. They came in just the two of them. As soon as he got over to us, they were like, you can go in. And I was like, why would they do that? They love to like take, even if it's just 100 cities, they love to take it from you. So like, it's pretty privileged. But anyway, we like had a good evening, I guess. And then...
Did you kiss? I'm trying to build some
Do
romance.
you want a sex podcast or do
No,
you
but
want
I'm just interested, isn't it?
Anyway, it didn't go very far because he got himself like some Chinese food or whatever. He ended up dropping me home. He's into like architecture and stuff, so I was showing him my compound and stuff because the building's really unique. And then he forgot the food at my house. So the next day he's like, I didn't want any. To his credit, I didn't want any. The next day he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come pick up my food, and I was like,
wow,
you're gonna come get
that
your
is
food?
Crazy.
And it's Chinese food as well, which doesn't hold well.
To come and pick up.
Unless he was trying to cane, that's the only thing I can give him.
Well, he came back and I had to ask him, like, is everything all right? Do you have somewhere to stay? Because it's not normal that you would want to be at someone's house.
You're mean.
That's
You're
not
mean.
me.
Yeah.
It's not me.
You're basically,
It's
the
not
guy
me.
left his Chinese food, came back to you and said, yeah, basically, oh, you want to come and collect it. And you're like, is everything okay?
In a row?
No, but I'm saying, you're like, is everything okay? Because
I was trying to
have you
speak
got a
to
place
him
to
on a
stay?
level.
You don't think that's cheeky?
It's not cheeky because he had mentioned stuff about this to me
That
previously.
he hasn't got a place to live.
He went through some hard times during COVID. So I was like, are you here because you're down to your last two and you're trying to like, because for me it was too quick. I know that people like can meet someone and fall for them really quick and it moves fast, but why are you trying to be at my house every day? And also the way he lay on the couch let me know a lot.
How did he lay?
He was like this, legs up. I've got a proper kickback. So he had his legs up. He was just chilling all the way back.
Did he go to the fridge?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, I was just like, do you know what? Yeah.
He went to the fridge.
Yeah.
Brother, that's crazy.
I didn't ask. Just...
No, because it's like, oh, can I have some while you're walking? And then I think I had offered him a drink on the first night, and he was like, yeah, what you got? And I was like, water, because I don't drink like drinks. You can have water, tea, or coffee. I don't have drink.
Soft
I think
drinks.
Vicky had left some like Disaronno. He's like, yeah, I'll have that. And I'm like, really? Like, you want like, this is not like a chill. I thought you were just like dropping me home and then whatever. But I was just like, to him,
Well, in his defense, it's a date. He's dropping you home.
yeah, but
Why
I'm,
wouldn't he try and come inside?
yeah, but I'm not on that.
Yeah, but I'm saying
not
he doesn't
giving.
know that per se. You have to
I
test the
guess.
waters. So you can't fault him for trying to come inside the house.
Yeah, but I was actually concerned because also where he lived he doesn't actually live in Accra. So why would you come all the way back from your town
Chinese, yeah.
for half-eaten
Had you even
Chinese?
gone home?
Half
Had you
eaten.
even gone
But how
home?
did he look?
Oh,
when he
wow.
The second day,
Yeah.
he was in a different car, which I found weird.
Why?
Because why do you have two cars?
You're
He's driving other
investigator.
people's cars.
Stop investigating.
So what's wrong with that?
He's driving other people's cars. He did change his
Other
outfit.
people's cars, okay.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
did
bad.
change,
That's
and
not
he
bad.
said he was coming from a meeting. He came at 10 p.m. and then he asked me for my Wi-Fi password so he could take a call. And I was like, is everything all right? To me, weird. I would never do that.
At what point did you stop liking him? Did you decide he's not the one? After the date?
When he didn't buy me a drink.
Hold on, when did you
Wow.
realize? When did you actually think? Okay, this guy's the hobo though. When did you think?
The second day when he came back for the half-eaten Chinese.
yeah.
Yeah, from up
That's
to...
crazy, man.
Yeah. And I think if he...
That's nuts. Even come back, even if it wasn't eating. Bro, Chinese is probably about maybe max
No,
15
but
pounds
I heard
or something.
It's Chinese,
Yeah.
no, in
The Chinese
Ghana,
was
they're
cheap.
Chinese, I heard it's really expensive.
No. The thing 90 cities, which was...
The cost of
seven
even
or
coming
8
over
pounds?
for it is...
Yeah,
There's a
and
cost
he
involved in
and
getting
he's
there.
remember that he's paying in pounds because he's not from there.
Uh-huh.
He earns in
He
whatever
drove-
country.
He drove there.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe he liked you, so he just wanted to see
I
you.
don't think he liked me that much.
I think
how
you're on
could-
the vibe as... Every time you're looking at him, you're looking at him at this nigga didn't get me
you
a
might be
drink.
giving him some look like you like. Hey. Do you know what it is?
Maybe.
I don't blame you for thinking like this though. At the same time, but at the same, do you know what it is? Being an entrepreneur, yeah. Some of the things that you've said, like for example, driving other people's cars. I drive other people's cars all the time. So a girl could see me today. I could be driving your whip today because I ain't got one, and I could be driving my sister's whip tomorrow. You're not gonna come and think I'm a hobo. You know what I'm saying? That's just not happening. You will see me change clothes. I'm fresh, whatever. I don't care.
But she said the guy was fresh though.
Yeah, she did. No,
So
she
the
did.
guy's staying somewhere. He's got his clothes somewhere.
But
I
he's
don't
not
know.
staying somewhere because where
I
he's
don't know.
staying isn't in Accra. So for you to be driving someone else's car, something's missing. Like,
Yeah, where did you
that's
go
what she's
between
saying, like,
yesterday
where did
and
you go
today?
then?
Maybe he's
You've
not,
changed your
yeah,
car.
Maybe he's not that. Maybe he's just married.
But then if he was married, I know he's not married
Oh,
because
yeah,
I found
yeah,
out.
he's
I
not
found
married.
out. No, he's also single. That was true
You
because
introduced him.
exactly I was introduced. That's why I didn't think those things. But when I had told someone that I couldn't go out on the Friday because I was.
It's 7:01.
Oh, I gotta go. Okay, let
Oh,
me
shit.
finish.
Yeah.
Wrap up the story. I had told someone.
You said? Yeah, bro. Anyway, continue story, sorry.
Yeah, so I had told someone that I was going out and with a guy.
I
And
tell bro to
couldn't-
borrow me like 30 bags quickly. I'll give it back on Tuesday. No?
Bye bye. Thank you for all your help.
Sure.
I will see you soon. So I had told someone I couldn't go out with them because I was going out with him. So when I saw them like a few days later, they're like, "Oh, how was your date?" And I was like, "Girl," and like I said, I'm a chatty patty. So I was like, "Do you know who it was?" Because we had the mutual friend, and I said, "Oh yeah, it was so and so's brother," and they were like, "Oh," and they were like, "Yeah, he's beautiful but useless." And they both knew who he was.
Bro,
like
what?
he's used to going for very successful women. He doesn't really. He's like sometimes when
So
you get
he's a
middle-
girl, basically.
No. Sometimes when you get a middle child, the middle child doesn't. They're not like the older one. They're not like the younger one. They're just like kind of aimlessly there. And to be fair, there's a difference between someone who doesn't have the seeds and someone who doesn't have watered seeds. So I can accept someone who has all of the gumption to really make it out of their current situation. But when I tell you, I saw how he was sitting on my sofa, I knew he didn't have it. So
It's mad comfortable straight away.
too comfortable straight away. But like I said, he'll do very well.
How many
with a
times did he come to your
caregiver.
house?
Twice. So the
Twice,
first
yeah.
day when he was dropping me home,
And
he left
when he
the
left the
Chinese.
Chinese, and then he came to collect the Chinese.
and then just
Did he
tried
warm
to
up
have
in
a
your
call.
house and eat it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then the worst thing was he ate like a 5-year-old, and he ruined my placemats. He put the shit on.
You know what this sounds like? This
table.
sounds like at this point you are disgusted by
Yeah.
him.
I
So
had
everything
serious
he's
ick.
doing, you're just
I
like.
had the serious ick because I just couldn't understand, like, shame. Even if I really, really like someone, I wouldn't want them to get sick of me too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to give them a little bit of space. But why are you here like 2 days in a row and we never even vibed like that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like you just came to pick up the Chinese and go, which is what I thought he was going to do. He tried to sit and have a business meeting. So I gave him the old Wi-Fi
Oh
password.
my god.
Yeah,
You gave him what?
the old Wi-Fi password.
And it's not working. It's not working.
It was working, but really badly.
Wow.
So, anyway, but yeah, after that, I was just like, you know what? You can talk to me. I'm very reasonable.
Is it-
If you're struggling, like,
I heard.
Well, you want to borrow him money?
no. But I was like, I need to know because I can't just have someone who's here under false pretenses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're here because you know that it's comfortable here and you're struggling right now, I would much rather know that and make another decision rather than me thinking you like me and you're all up under my armpit and then it's just because of what you can get. Like, I would hate that.
And you told him that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just said, please just tell me on a level because I said it's not normal that you would meet someone and be...
And then what did he say to that?
He was just like laughing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was kind of laughing about it. He was like, so you think I'm...
Oh, this girl's smart. Okay.
But do you know what? There's going to be someone who... Because he's too good looking.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to meet the girl that is willing to do that.
A billionaire's
I'm just not
wife or something.
Politician's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys are doing at the moment.
But would that person, if you're a politician, surely they want someone that's not useless.
Not necessarily.
Looks surely.
Someone who looks good on their arm. So do you know what you were saying before? How, the girls who it happens to, they work in Harvey Nicks and blah, blah, blah.
I said that selfishness, yeah.
There was some... Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
So there was someone who recently got married. This guy, he appeared single and then he popped up married. And apparently the girl that he's married to is just some random that he picked from Harvey Nicks or wherever, scrubbed her off the internet. She doesn't have no social media. And she's basically just there to make him look good. And I think that sometimes with certain people in certain situations, it's all they need. And I hear it for them. That's great, but it's not for me.
Okay, quick question now.
Yeah.
In terms of now on your commute back to Ghana,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do differently? What are your aims?
Oh, the thing is, now I'm in a situation where I've built up my clientele. I'm really happy with how business is going and how cash flow is working. And I just want to like stack. That's my main thing now. And I have a bit of breathing room to...
Are you still stacking in pounds?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I earn in pounds, so yeah. Cool. But I have a bit of room to allow like exploring, right?
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to allow like some kind of exploring. But I would be lying if I said I knew what I need to do, because if I knew what I needed to do, I would have done it. None of this faffing around and my questions that clearly don't work. And I think it's very much okay to want to have intimacy in your life and to act like it as well. People try to make people feel bad about seeking out a partner, but I don't think that people are meant to be alone. And I think that's why a lot of people struggle in London, because we miss that sense of community. So if you want this kind of romantic intimacy, because you can get intimacy in other ways, act like you want it, like you're going for a job.
Exactly.
Interview these people,
No,
understand.
exactly. And that's the thing. I'm happy you said that, because once again, the London community or whatever, people care about what people think too much. Because if you're looking for love, there's nothing wrong with going to look for love, bro. As a male, as a female, there's nothing wrong with it. But like you said, some people will say this, some people, so that means you care about what that person's thinking, and it's going to deter you from looking for love. Like, obviously it's not about me, but I'm just saying I can only use myself. I don't care. I will say what I'm saying. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and that's it. As long as I'm not offending you, whatever your opinions are, it is what it is. But then when I'm happy, oh my god, you look so happy. Oh, you're doing your thing. So you're gonna hold abuse first, and then when you get the go, everyone's gonna be like, no, you tried. You did your thing.
Exactly.
So just do it.
Do it. So any advice you have?
Well, this guy at work actually he was telling me this yesterday that he's got a female best friend, and they made like a few years ago. They made a decision that they were gonna actively date in it. So they said two.
Everyone's got those agreements.
They said 2 days. No, not together. not each other, but they're both gonna hold each other. They have to go on 2 dates a week, regardless of whether they're unsure about the people. And I think they were using dating apps or whatever. And he said it worked, man. Bang, he found his wife in it, and she found her
100%.
husband.
Because it's a numbers game when you really think
Right.
about it.
Well,
Like
you
the
just
more,
need to meet more people.
the more you go through, the quicker you're going to get to that. But everyone's playing games, they're being coy and all this. We're not getting enough introductions because that's what it really is. I mean, in my case, that was a bit. But why are you going to be like, yeah, my brother's a bum, don't go there? You're not going to say that. But we need more people to vouch for people and be like, do you know what? You seem like you've got a lot in common with this person. Have a conversation. You don't need to like fall in love and get married, but you might make a new friend, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And then there's
But
haters as well, though.
Yeah.
What I mean by haters is like just because somebody personally doesn't like. So for example, someone in your batch may personally not like me. So if somebody was to go and say, "Oh, George Kramer, you're like, yeah, I'm not really too, I heard about it, I'm not really too sure." But really, that could be the love of her life. You know, I was cop blocking people's blessings. I say this all the time. People say this. It's the truth. You know, somebody can come into my life and change my life, and vice versa.
And plus, 9 times out of 10, in order for a girl to recommend you, she has to like you as well. Like, actually fancy you, essentially.
Maybe not necessarily.
No, certain girls, girls will not recommend me because they're not on me. Almost, isn't it? It's on the vibe of, I'll be like, yo, I like your friend. Chat to me. They won't even do the introduction. It's almost like because they don't like me.
It takes a very clean-hearted person to do a proper recommendation. You think about it. They don't necessarily rate you. They don't necessarily rate that person, and they think you're the same level.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're comfortable doing that. But for them to recommend someone that is like,
Man, my girl.
really someone that they would be happy to be with, whatever, that takes zero hate.
I remember what was it? There was one girl that was basically, she was basically setting up. She was setting up, trying to set up me and at the same time, isn't it? No, yeah, with different girls. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got bare friends that are single, and she's like, oh yeah, this one will like you, this one will like you, this one will like you. Dammy, here's your one, bro. It was a violation.
Here's your one.
Yeah,
to you.
yeah. Oh,
To
so
you.
yeah. So to me, she gave me my one, and she gave one.
Multiple choice.
Yeah, bare multiple choice of a decent looking.
But you're saying this is what she thinks you can get.
Yeah, so she gave me this one.
That's what I'm saying about ratings.
Yeah, so the girl has to rate you first and foremost.
But you
isn't
know
it?
what? I think the best way to approach it is things in common.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
I really have to go.
Okay, well, it's been lovely having you.
How you going, Uber?
Yeah, man.
Cooking him.
I'm even late.
You can't take a train because I'm going to pick Chris from Tottenham Hill Station. I don't know if that makes sense.
Bring him here. Might as well.
No, not bringing him here. Just
Come on, and help me back up.
no. I'll back up while I'm picking it.
Yeah. Why are you picking up? I'll back up, yeah. Yeah, come on. And then we.
Oh, is it still recording? It's still recording.
This can't come out.